I am so excited. I am on the Andrew Brunet Show. I'm your host, Andrew Brunet, and today I have a fantastic duo here with me, Dustin Chapman and Ryleigh Madison. Good to have you both.
We are excited to be on. Thank you so much for having us.
Well, both of you have had a journey on American Idol, and I guess I'm going to start with Ryleigh since I was watching and she just has such a great voice. And you can really tell that she gets into it when she sings. And I want to hear a little story about how you actually got into singing.
All right. Well, thank you for those compliments. That means a lot. How I first got into singing was at church. I grew up singing in church like a lot of people do, and it just shot off ever since then.
That's great. So, in what ways do you hope your faith will collaborate with country music as you're doing now?
Yes, so I hope that my faith will collaborate with country music. I think it will pretty easily. It really, country music is, I'm drawn to country music for that reason. You can talk about Jesus and you can talk about the simple things in life and all that kind of stuff, and it flows right into each other. And hopefully, by living my life and as well as singing, the Lord can shine through me that way.
So let's talk about this awesome journey on American Idol that you had. I mean, what emotions were going through your mind when you first got accepted into American Idol?
I was so happy and overwhelmed and a little bit nervous, I definitely say, but I was super shocked too that I had the opportunity and was able to do even audition, because there's a lot beforehand that nobody sees, that is a really long process, and even just having the opportunity to go to national and audition was enough for me.
I was sitting here last night watching a video of you on YouTube singing a song by Gabby Barrett, and I know she's one of your biggest musical influences probably, but what would be your top 5 musical influences?
Oh, okay. My top 5 musical influences. Number 1 is Patsy Cline, and I guess the rest are in no particular order, but Dolly Parton, Alison Krauss. Let's see. Vince Gill. I really love Vince Gill. And also, what's another good one? I don't know, Loretta Lynn, let's say.
So, Dustin, you also had a career on American Idol. You was there as well. What emotions was running through your mind?
Well, I was on there the season before Ryleigh, and so it was pretty different. It was the peak of COVID. You had to stay far away from everyone at all times, and there was mask regulations and everything. It was very different in Ryleigh's experience. So that was constantly on your mind because they were hounding you. They're like, if you get close to anyone and we see it, we're sending you right home. So there was like a anxiety around that. But with the actual audition part of things, it was a beautiful experience and one that I wouldn't trade for the world. But at the same time, it was very nerve-wracking, as Ryleigh said.
So for both of you, was there a guest that was on American Idol that you met that you couldn't believe that you were actually standing in their presence?
Well, for me, it was definitely Lauren Elena. I got to speak with her, and that was one of the biggest things that I'm so grateful for on my time in American Idol. I got to speak with her for a long time. They only showed a little bit, but I was so emotional because growing up, I watched her, and she continues to influence me even now, and I look up to her a lot. But yeah, that for me was huge.
I would say honestly, I was on the same season. Jamie Grace was on my season, who is a Grammy Award-winning Christian artist, and so her and I actually formed a friendship. We still communicate. She's actually reached out about producing some of our music, which is really cool. So that's someone that I would say I was very shocked to see on American Idol.
So let me ask this question. All right, you went from American Idol. Did you ever think that you would be singing together as an uncle niece duo here?
So that was always in the plan. We actually were singing together our whole lives, basically. and we started doing it professionally before either one of us was even on American Idol. We had been going around singing together at different venues for about 3 years now. And so it's been a blessing and a beautiful journey. And to see the doors continue to open for both of us as a duo is really rewarding and gratifying.
So I told you we was going to have a little bit of fun. So I want to see, Ryleigh, I'm going to give you a chance to come up with a funny story about Dustin.
Okay.
And Dustin, I'm going to give you the opportunity to come up with a funny story about Ryleigh.
I already got mine.
I don't have one.
So I'll start since she's thinking. She's going to kill me for saying this. She'll actually, like when we get off of this Zoom call, she will get me. But there's this video of her when she was a kid. And she was in her room and she was recording herself and she was like,
God,
if you can't write a song, it's perfectly okay. But you have to put some feeling in that thing. You got to put some soul in there. Like she was probably like 6 or 7, and she was just in her room and she started writing on her dresser and didn't realize it. And then she was like freaking out because she thought her mom would see it and she was trying to erase it. And it was just the cutest little thing. Yeah, I'll have to find it and send it to you.
So
I can't think of one for you. I don't know.
what about a funny stage experience, Ryleigh? I know there's probably one.
I really don't have anything. I don't know how.
The other day when the keyboard got
well, I mean, this isn't really as embarrassing as mine, but on Dustin's keyboard, there's like these, like this spinny wheel kind of thing, and you can make it go to all these different kind of settings. And oftentimes, it's happened more than once. His phone will just fall on it and make it go to like a random, like crazy setting. So it will start sounding like just crazy,
robotic.
like a robot kind of sound, and we have to keep playing it. I'm trying to fix it, but I don't know. I really don't have a really embarrassing one. I mean, mine isn't that it's embarrassing to me, but it's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's cute.
So Ryleigh, what is your goals that you hope that somebody that attends your concert or your fans, what is your goals that you hope that they see in you?
Well, I hope that they see the Lord through me first and foremost, and I, can bring some positivity and joy to their day no matter what. And we really believe in the songs that we sing and a lot of the music that Dustin writes and things like that. And I just hope that, maybe our concerts are like 3 hours long sometimes. And so whatever's being they're watching us sing, I hope that, they can just focus on what we're singing. And most of the time it's either about Jesus, about good old country living, something like that, anything that they can kind of tune into that and tune out the worries for a little bit.
So Dustin, you and I have something in common here. I was reading about your biography and I see that you went through a trying season in your life with an esophageal disease. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, sir. So I have achalasia, which unfortunately it means we have 2 sphincters in our esophagus that open up to let food and drink and everything down, and neither one of mine functioned properly. And I was diagnosed at 18 years old. And it was after 9 months of being constantly in and out of hospitals, not being able to get anything down. I had lost 60 pounds in 9 months, so it's crazy. And my kidneys were shutting down, all sorts of stuff. And so I've had 7 surgeries all across the East Coast. And unfortunately, there's no cure, so I still struggle to this day. I'm doing much better than I was in the past, but I still very much struggle. And so it's something that it's been a challenge, but at the same time, it's allowed me to relate to a whole different community of individuals who battle rare diseases, like you were just talking about, and has allowed me to put my emotions into words that in my music that others can relate to.
So what really encouraged you during that season in your life to continue on?
My family is a huge factor in that. They never left my side through any of it, but also I know that the Lord has a plan greater than anything we can imagine. And Even at 18 years old, it was hard for me to understand, why me, why I constantly was asking, why do I have to go through this? But then I began to see how my testimony was impacting others and bringing them inspiration or encouraging them, uplifting them. And that's really when I was like, okay, Lord, I know that you have a purpose for this. And it's been a journey, like I said, but it's been beautiful to see how I've been able to help others.
So Ryleigh, here's a challenging question for you. Has there been a season in your life where you felt like you couldn't sing, that you didn't want to carry on?
That is a good question, and I don't know if I have an answer for that. I think music has been my, I have walked through difficult things in my life, and everybody does, and music has been that one steady thing for me. I think, on the contrary to it being, me not wanting to do it, it's just always been something for me, very therapeutic, and it helped me get through a lot. I'm also a songwriter of some sorts, and that helps me tremendously, get through things. And I know that I was blessed with this gift for a reason, and I try to wear it out as much as I can.
So favorite songs that y'all perform, what would you say those would be?
Are we asking original or covers?
It can be either or.
Okay. For me, my all-time favorite song to sing is Crazy by Patsy Cline. I'd sing that song all day, every day. It's my favorite song.
If we're asking for right now, my favorite song to sing is Family Thing, just because I love to see the response and how everyone is building their own personal connection towards it. But my all-time favorite song is Don't Close Your Eyes by Keith Whitley. So that I love performing that one.
So let's talk about Family Thing here. What was you hoping that listeners get from hearing Family Thing?
Yeah, so when I wrote this song, honestly, I tell people all the time, I wrote it because there's only so many things that uncle and niece can sing about. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, let's just write a song about family and sing that. But as things have transpired, like right when we released the song, our grandfather passed away, and it brought comfort to our family during that. And now I really see through other people's stories how it has brought them closer to their family, or either brought back memories with their family that has now passed on, that's brought them comfort, which is the true beauty of this song. I think there's different ways that you can connect to it and draw your own inspirations from it. And so that's what I was truly hoping for when I wrote it.
So favorite family memory that you'll never forget?
I have one between us.
Yeah.
Okay, so me and Dustin have been so close from the time that I was born, because you're older than me, so whatever. So we always take these family trips, normally to Disney World. And when I was really young, I'd say about 3 years old. I think you know what I'm talking about. About 3 years old. That whole trip was very memorable to me. I remember so much about it, even though I was so young. But that was my all-time favorite memory, because me and Dee, I remember going to Checkers and getting cotton candy ice cream, and me singing in the hotel room, and then Dustin trying to sing, and me put my hand over his mouth, telling him to hush. That trip is my favorite memory, one of my favorite memories so far.
Yeah, yes, go ahead.
So Ryleigh, would you say that Dustin is the biggest reason of why you started singing?
Not really. Well, I always have been the center of attention with, like, ever since I was little, I always wanted to sing and be the center of attention and all that kind of stuff. And Dustin kind of joined in a little later, I'd say.
If you're the center of attention, I can only imagine you're probably on TikTok then, right?
I'm really not on TikTok. I don't do social media.
I'm the TikToker of the family.
He's the TikToker. I do not really do a lot of social media as much as I should probably, but yeah, I'm not the TikToker in the duo. So
Dustin, what was you gonna say your favorite memory was?
That's a tough one. There's so many to narrow it down. We are extremely close family, especially me and Ryleigh, obviously. I would say a recent memory that is very dear to me. I actually surprised Ryleigh when she got back from American Idol for Christmas. She had just got back, and
And it also has to do with this.
yeah, it does. I actually surprised her for Christmas and booked us a flight to go to Florida again, just me and her. And we spent 4 days there, just us, and made some lifelong memories that we'll always carry. So that's a very special recent memory.
So let me ask this question. This is going to be funny. Who gets in the most trouble here between the two of you?
If I'm to be honest, we don't get in trouble. We really don't. I wish I had an answer.
I think we are both the kind of kids that you would see in school that you would think, man, they don't never do anything to get in trouble. You know, those types of
you
kids.
You can call us some goodies.
Good, yeah, I guess.
So Ryleigh, what would be your favorite hobbies when not singing?
I don't really. This is a question that we get a lot, and it makes me realize I need to form hobbies because I don't really have any. Songwriting, is that a hobby? That's still music, but that's a hobby, I reckon.
I know I've heard some people say watch Netflix and go outside and take a hike and all different kinds of things. What about you, Dustin?
Well, obviously songwriting is my number 2 outlet after singing. I do that all the time, but cardio is my biggest thing besides music. I'm all the time exercising when I'm not doing music stuff.
So what's your hopes and goals musically for 2022?
Well, I don't know if you saw, but we recently just announced that we just signed a management and booking deal with Ryleigh Entertainment, which is super exciting. And moving forward professionally as a duo will be known as Kindred, which really keeps those family ties in there for us. And we are planning on releasing 1 or 2 more songs throughout this year, and then by next year having a whole album completed. So we are super excited for that, and just to see the types of crowds that will be meeting throughout the rest of this year. We got some pretty big shows lined up, so we're excited.
That's amazing. So is there anything that you're really looking forward to that's coming up that you'd like to share?
There's some things where I'm not sure if we can announce yet. So that's the tricky part. You know, contracts and everything, they are tricky sometimes.
Ryleigh sitting there rolling her eyes. I'm taking it.
Oh,
No.
We get each other a side eye because we're like we're reading each other's minds. There's one show in particular we're opening up for a name that has been pretty big in country music for a while, and she's had several number ones and has a pretty huge fan base, and we're very excited to have the opportunity to open up for her, but I don't think we can technically announce it yet. So that's just a teaser about it.
But our viewers can watch your page, can't they, to find out more about it?
Yes, sir, definitely.
So see, you gave them a teaser, so they'll go follow your page.
Exactly.
There you go. So do y'all do live videos at all? Anything like that?
Like live stream?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we do live stream sometimes. We've just started doing that recently. So
after we signed the deal, our team sent out a whole marketing strategy, and one of the big key points of that is live stream. So we're definitely going to be doing a lot more of them. So.
Well, I have enjoyed chatting with y'all. It's been fun, and I appreciate both of you coming on the show, and I look forward to both of you coming back soon.
Yes, sir. We had a great time.
We appreciate you having us on, and we are looking forward to the next time as well.
Well, tell our folks how they can find out more about you.
Well, my social medias, my personal social medias are Ryleigh Madison B on Instagram, and my Facebook is Ryleigh Madison Music.
Yes, and then so Dustin Chapman Music on Facebook, Dustin Sings 97 on TikTok and Instagram, all those good things. And but for the duo now, you
Kindred.
can
Music Official.
Yes, Kindred.music official on all platforms. So go give it. They're just got started up yesterday, so everybody give it a like and a follow for us so we can build them up.
And maybe by the next time we do another interview, Ryleigh will be on TikTok by then.
Yeah, maybe. I need to get on that.
She has her own account. She just don't
Yeah,
post
I
on
have
it.
an account. I just don't post.
Hey, one thing that you'll learn about me, if you haven't learned already, I like to pick on people. So now I have to
Hey,
call
we're
you.
the same way.
That's exactly right. It makes it more entertaining.
Yep.
I have to call you the girl without TikTok now because you're like the only person that I know that doesn't have a TikTok.
Well, I'll take it, I guess.
Well, you both have a great day. I appreciate you both and look forward to chatting with you again soon.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
so
Have a
much.
good one.
Absolutely. Y'all too. Bye bye.
Bye.